Just a quick update. I haven't been getting any reading requests, so I just haven't really been up here in my office doing meditations or kind of, connecting into that realm. Just kind of been lazy, I guess, or I guess you could call it resting. um, but I finally came up today and I said that I wanted to basically channel my galactic family for the month of August. So I'm gonna try to come up here every day, spend some time today. I spent about an hour. So the first like 20 minutes I just spent trying to get relaxed and be in that state so that I can receive information. And then the last portion of that I was finally like tapping into stuff. So the prompt or the question that I asked was just, what does my galactic family have to share with me today? What do they want me to know? Specifically, if they had something to share, I was curious about where I originate from. Because if you guys scroll back down, or if you see my videos about my natal astrology natal chart reading, she said that she looks for two things. She does specialize in starseed astronomy astrology readings, and so she said if anyone would kind of know these things, it would be me. But you have both the things that I look for, and I have no idea where you actually come from. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm curious if it is the right timing and you want to share with me a little bit about where I came from, or like just any information. And if that is not it, just give me whatever. So today was the first day, and I just got a image of basically it started with like water and rocks. I don't know if you've ever seen any videos of people who, I don't know if these are real or not, but they're going to Antarctica and they could see like rocks in the background. Let's see if I can pull it up. I like to draw pictures because it's so fun to go back into my diaries and look at stuff. But basically, these are rocks, and then this is like fog all around, and then this is water and fog, water and fog. So I saw that at first, and then I started seeing like spaceships like this come up and go up and down like that. Um, so I started off with that. I was like, okay, that doesn't really help me. Anything else you want to show me? So then I was in a spaceship. It felt very like metal, and I heard the word like sterile. So I am thinking, I was like, is that really clean or is that not clean? I couldn't remember. But I saw a lot of like metal, the shape. So it looked like, what you would see in a traditional like Star Wars kind of type shape ship. And then the next scene I got was like fingers like this. It was like hands, really big, and they were long and tubey, and they were kind of like jellyfish material. I don't know. It looked like shiny, fluorescent, a little bit see through, but not completely translucent. And then the tips had like suction cups, is how I could best describe it. But it actually like collects so much information from the energy in the realm, the ethers, and just the place. So, kind of like an octopus. You know how the octopus suction cups touches things and then they get to know things. And then I also saw the face looks like this, and these were kind of like this suction cups too. And so I was with like two big like predator Bigfoot looking things behind me. So I don't know if they were like bodyguards or like soldiers, but they were with me. We went to the command center, so it was in the front, and the ship. It looked like glass, but also I had a vision of it not being glass. So I don't know if they just did something to make it look translucent, and it actually is covered with like metal or material. I couldn't tell, but it was so big and spacious. I was like, where am I even? And I was walking with my hands behind my back, not like binded or anything, but like an old grandpa, walking with their hands behind their back. I was doing that. And then I was met with this person who I heard the word commander in my head. So that person, they're, so again, like they kind of looked like me. Like the material of this looked like me, but had a way wider headdress. I guess I don't know what it is. It might just be their body. I don't know. It was way bigger, and they had the suction cups similar to mine, but they were smaller and gold. So I don't know if they were actually suction cups or what they were, if it was actual like crown or jewels. I'm not sure. But the color of themselves, the face that I saw was like purple, green, and a little bit of blue, very dark hues and shades. And so after I talked to that person, I went back to my quarters. Or I asked, okay, so we exited the command room. So I was just like, okay, show me my quarters. So what does it look like where I live? And I saw like a really modern, So I was attached like to, so this is the ship, and I was like attached to the ship, like this is my ship or my quarters. I don't know. I was attached to it like a lifeboat to a boat, kind of like that. But when I went to my quarters, it was very white and bluish, very bright, like fluorescently bright, and it looked more advanced and clean and technological versus the metal that I saw in the ship. Um, and then I took this off, so I guess it was a mask, and I looked more like this. I was sitting on like a booth that's oval, half moon, and I had my feet on the table, and I took off that thing, and then I looked more like an alien. I didn't really get a clear view. It was really hard for me to pick up because a part of it, when I looked saw the alien, it looked and felt like Prometheus, like in that movie where they go and they see one of them survived in the chambers. So the skin looked like that, like very pale, see through, almost see through, like white, brown, or not, white, blue kind of skin, gray. I don't even know how to explain it. So it looks like that, and I kept seeing a human-ish face, and then I kept seeing like the almond eyes, and I think the eyes looked more human than all black, like it had like a pupil. So I don't know, it was kind of confusing. Um, then I saw it get into it like a chamber. It looked like what we would imagine a cryo chamber in the movies would look like, where they go and like heal the body. So he goes, felt like a masculine energy, so I'm gonna say him, but it goes into that cryo chamber, and then I see it starting to connect with aspects of itself, so different timelines or same timelines, like simultaneous timelines, and like checking up on how they're doing. It might be family, brother, sister, might be colleagues, I don't know, but like I could see him going out, like streams of consciousness going out and connecting. And I was like, well, if you're connecting, might as well just connect with me because I need some help. I was like, I do not know what I'm doing. I need some guidance, advice, anything that you can give me, I will take it. And then he gave me a message, which I wrote down. And I was like, okay, cool. But basically, he was just saying, yeah, you're on the right track. You should be at peace. Other timelines, aspects of you are not at peace right now. They're doing what they're doing, and that is like coming into your, reverberating into your my timeline. And so if I can learn to be at peace in my timeline, I can reverberate that out to them, which would be helpful to them because they're not in a period of rest right now where I am in a period of rest. So like to beacon it and to actually be restful and be at peace so that I can help the other aspects of myself, soul aspects, over whatever you want to call it, is like to reverberate this energy to them to help them out because they're not actually at that place where they can be at rest and peace. So I thought that was very interesting. And I was like, okay, well, bye for today because I'll be back tomorrow. Don't know what they're going to show me, but that's the update.